One of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Handoff here to Jacobs. Takes out a one-stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, you get some serious yards on the table.
That one's complete right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff running left, Jacobs. The ball's out, he lost it. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Williams from the gun. He finds Odunze running a slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They kick the running back in motion. Williams throwing on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. Still fighting forward.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll try and punch it in. And that carry only gets one on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're running again. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Matt Gay on for the extra point. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the 32. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He's dropping back to throw. That one finds Josh Downs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Pass play coming here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. This is Jacobs running left. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he'll get it up to the 44. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
First down Bears.
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Kmet brings it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Williams on the play action. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Try and get that one to Brock Bowers. And it sets up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there still reeling from that interception.
That's taken in by Tucker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. They'll run Jacobs, and the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 12-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. This throw is caught. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And that forces them to 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Raider football. Handoff running right, Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get it up to the 44. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bears take over on his 5th interception of the season. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Running back sent in motion. Williams to throw on first. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Williams to throw on 3rd. He's got it near the 10. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll hand it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Clean breakup on that throw. So now they have 3rd and short. Out of the pistol, Williams. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Has him on the quick hitter. They get there to take him down right around the 41. before halftime. We get a timeout taken. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play, and it's going to be a field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Escapes the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Williams from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Pressure off left, and it's blocked. Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They put a receiver in motion here left. To throw here on 1st down. He puts some power on it, and they pick him off again. And the Bears take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start.
Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. They're set up at the 35 now. Jacobs running behind center. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
They're throwing it. And they pick him off again. And the Bears take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Lone back gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 36. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from near his own goal line. That one's complete, right side. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Myers, the motion man here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. He's still going at the 30. Now here he goes down the right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. 1st down, Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down throw by Williams. Finds the in route, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. Finds a man right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense in the hurry up here. To throw it on 1st down. Cut by Jacobs. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Throwing the out route, complete. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Offense up to the line fast. Now a throw on 2nd and 2. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Caught quickly on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Handoff now from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And they pick him off again! And the Bears get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner. But, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This is hauled in by Myers. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
They kick the running back in motion.
At the 34-yard line.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing now on first down. Finds his man, Downs. And he's taken down at the 30. Working quickly here. They are throwing it again. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Bears can rest easy with a 3-score lead. Back to the well again. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the run, so they're left with 4th and 7. They'll bring out the punter here. Tory Taylor will kick this away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 32. Hauled in left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So the Bears take this one on the road. And they end the season on a great